almost touching the whole part of the dock. It's not like splashes on the dock. It's like
Russell's talking about the waves. I'm pretty tired this Monday morning. I have been up since 3:30 a.m. because the wind picked up like crazy. Yes, you slept with me. You were a little nervous about the wind. It sounded like the whole cabin was going to blow right over it. It seems to have died down now, and John had foreseen that in the forecast, so he took off before supper. Hey, you guys.
Don't lay on my nuts.
Marley, look at me. Don't be grumpy. Better not be one of those days. It's rotten outside. Look at all these leaves that smacked up against the window last night. It's pretty slow going around here this morning. Nobody wants to go out. Windy here all day, but we're getting a nice sunset out of it. I'm pretty sure it's impossible to see from video, but it is snowing on October 2nd. Little tiny flakes are in the air. Brrr. You can tell it's been a super cold week. Every single day there's been tea and soup on this stove. There's also been very lazy dogs by the wood stove. See how our boardwalk boards are burning. I'm loving the free firewood, and I don't have to split them. They're just perfect. Also, lots of crafts have been happening. My poor house. Russell, show me this craft. What is it?
A sled.
A sled. Pretty cool sled. Hello. Are your hands sticky? Yeah? You want to go wash them in the sink in the bathroom? This is how we have to wash our hands at our off-grid home. A little bucket. Don't forget your soap. I'm headed out to go get another load of wood. And as I look into my bedroom, the kids have left me a surprise hiding in my sheets. Back to winter season, and I have to do a lot more laundry and a lot more vacuuming because the kids refuse to see the dogs as anything other than little babies. Today is the first day this week that I got smart enough to prep my morning fire for tomorrow morning. Sorry if this is too windy and you can't hear me really good. There, I'll hunker down behind my wood pile and hopefully that'll be easier for you guys to hear. So this time of year you can't make a big fire because if you stuff your stove full of wood, it gets way too hot in the cabin. So you can only do like one little log, two little logs at a time just to keep a little low roar going all day. Same thing right before you go to bed. You can't fill up your stove. So these fires are only lasting maybe 45 minutes or an hour. So that means in the morning when you wake up, it's pretty chilly in the cabin. And there is nothing worse than waking up to a very cold house and trying to get out of bed. Other than maybe waking up in a really cold house and knowing I have to go outside where it's even colder to go split kindling so that in hopefully half an hour from now, the house will warm up. So if I can gather all my little kindling pieces I chopped up now with my birch bark fire starter, just kind of have it right ready by the stove, I should be able to just go out in my house coat and light a ripper fire in the morning before the kids wake up. Oh, my hands feel like arthritic and really stiff. The season's coming. There's some skill building happening in my house. I remember when Russell discovered the scissors. It's important to learn, I guess.
Oh, that's hard.
Oh yeah, sharp scissors. Oh, show me how you know how to cut. Oh, wow. Easy coloring and then cutting it into a billion pieces. Makes sense. Well, it's Thursday now and it is still cold. The week has not warmed up. It's the first week of October and my hand is freezing right now filming. I just finished backing the quad up our new little trail. We ripped out the boardwalk trail, if you saw our last video, our little boardwalk that goes up to the cabin. and replaced it with a quad trail. So there's the quad behind me, kind of close to the dock. And as I was going through our little roundabout where I do my 2-point turn, a tree must have fallen over, I'm guessing yesterday or the day before. I don't know, tell you the truth, I haven't really been outside much this week. There it is. Tell it's a nice fresh crack because it's light brown. Crazy winds were coming in here, that's for sure. I don't really see any more damage around the yard other than the sour can pails tipped over. The kids are inside making hot cocoa because they were outside for all of 3.5 seconds helping me with chores. We got some wood in for the night and just go hunker down and keep being cozy. Foggy glasses season. Bye, Dad.
Bye.
Off to work he goes.
Yeah. Mom?
Mm-hmm.
Can you help me put this back on? Can you help me put this back on?
Sure.
Mine went different.
After a week of wind, we're finally waking up to a beautiful day. One nice thing, well, there's many nice things about where we live, but one of the nice things about where we live is we get to experience all the different times of days, because in the summer, the sunrise is so early. I'm not getting up for that. But it's easy to see it at this time of year. These beautiful pastels outside. There's Shelby looking at the scenery. When John got home last night, he said that he noticed his cool little ramp broke on the dock that he built this year. A little grate ramp that helps us get to and from. At least it's just about time to pull the dock and let it rest for the winter. He'll have to do something with it next year. Come on, old lady. She says, I'm not old. What a beautiful kitchen you girls have set up. It's all raked. Oh, take me on a tour. Oh, you even have a doormat. Okay. Zoom out, we can see about it. You're making Russell a cake? Wow. This is the coolest little kitchen. Just makes me want to be a kid. You girls have such a tidy little house. You're going to make Russell a cake? Yeah, now your kitchen's all set up. Everybody's enjoying an outside day today. This is kind of fall weather I like. It's chilly enough that you need a long sleeve, but warm enough that you're not uncomfortable. I'm just buttoning up all the chores I've been slacking on all week. I'm going to cut up a bunch of kindling in case we're into another cold spell. But I don't think we're going to be. This following week looks like the lows are +6, +7. So maybe it'll extend our stay at the cabin a little longer, hopefully. Now this is what a dedicated big sister looks like. This is the third trip I've witnessed. She's coming down to the lake, gathering water, walking up the bedrock, all the way around the wood pile and back over to their little kitchen station. What are you doing? Huh? Being crazy?
Hello.
Hello. We're not having a very eventful weekend. Yesterday was really windy and rainy. The weather turned on us again. We had a nice Friday. You want me to split some big wood? I'll keep doing it in a little minute. Yeah, Friday was nice, which was good. I was able to catch up on some chores I couldn't do in the wind, and then yesterday was just super ugly again. It kind of forced us to have a snuggle day. John did a few things. He ended up started working on the windows in the cabin. He's like siliconing them and just packing more holes that we can. The more that we can make the cabin more insulated, the less wood we have to burn, the more the cabin retains heat. It gets better and better every year. He put our little plexiglass sheets over top of the inside of the windows. That really helps. We're hoping that by next year we can save to afford new windows. That would be great. If this is the last year we can get out of our plexiglass, we'll be happy. I'm just in the middle of splitting a little bit more kindling for the next few days at the cabin, and then I think John and I are going to go scoot over to our beach where the little red boat lives and go rescue it, because it is sunk since the last time we got big waves coming in there. Next year, John is going to make little ramps to pull them up on, to pull the boats up on, so they won't sink anymore, which will be really great. But it is sunk, and we've just been leaving it because we've been getting so much wind. There's no point unsinking it every 2 days. And he's pulled it up for me before, but then when he does that and I want to go boating, I can't get it off of land. Like, I can unsink it easy enough. That's just a matter of bailing and pulling the back end up a little bit, but I can't get it off land if he pulls it all the way up. So that's why we've been just kind of taking the battery out of it and letting it sink. But we're going to go rescue that because we're going to get a couple calm days this week, hopefully, in the forecast, and we might as well get that little boat to town because it's just going to get colder and windier, and I don't really want to be doing a crazy hoorah trip into town. Waves kind of scare me, so I think we'll shoot for one day this week, bring her in and putting her to sleep for the winter. Before we go and rescue the boat, John's still working on windows, so I might as well make myself useful. I'm just coming up the hill and I'm working on this hole I've been digging. I have given up on it because I ran into a boulder, but I would really like it if I could get at least 1 or 2 feet deeper. So I'm just gonna pick around it, and before winter comes, because I'll kick myself in the butt if I don't finish it. And here it is. There's this darn boulder I've run into, but maybe I'll be able to get around it. And so you're not left wondering, this hole is to deal with all of the gatherings from our indoor toilet. I've been contemplating on doing a review video on that toilet. It is by far my most favorite and beloved investment since we've gotten the since we've moved out here full time, because with young children, when it's really cold, you're out here for entire winters at a time. I don't know, maybe there's some people out there that would think of investing in it as well. If you're out at your cabin for lengths of times, or say if you have elders that are in your family or young children, definitely comes in handy. Another thing I was thinking as I'm digging, it's not only people that don't want to use an outhouse, some people can't. Like, after hitting these big boulders, it's like, my goodness. If we didn't have this upper ridge on our island, we might not be able to have an outhouse either. Like, all the area around the cabin is just pure bedrock. You can't get deeper than a foot if you're lucky. Oh, John's done the windows, and look how much insulation he's ended up packing around this door. That door is crazy drafty. We always have a big blue jean blanket over it when we have our cold spells. That's gonna help a lot. On this side. I'm excited. It's gonna be that much cozier this winter. Oh, John's finished putting all the plexiglass on all of our windows. Siliconing them up, putting more pink insulation wherever he could stuff it. I know they don't look like the prettiest things. This initial sweat will eventually dry up. I'm not being mean to Dad's windows. Russell's like, you're being mean to Dad's windows.
They don't look that pretty.
Well, I know, but I'm just letting people know maybe they might not want to put these at their house, but they do a really good job at keeping the heat inside the cabin and the heat efficiency. So if you live somewhere that's really drafty and cold, like if you're in a place that doesn't have great windows per se and you don't want to afford new windows, this is a really good option. There's a little tree down from the wind we had. Off to go rescue the little boat. Go ahead, get over it. Good job.
I love running in the
Rescuing it with these waves splashing over the back. Well, we got it bailed out. despite the waves splashing into our faces as we're trying to bail it. John's just running it up now. Give it a little battery hit before we pull it up better, and it's supposed to die down, so I'll take it to town soon, I guess. That was cool. Well, I'm going to end the week there. I hope you guys all have a good week. I'll see you later. Bye.